Good evening. Tonight, we are spending a peaceful night beside the ocean, under the moonlight, far away from stress, far away from noise, far away from busy thoughts. The beach is quiet. The waves move slowly across the shore, and the warm night air feels calm and relaxing. Take a deep breath. Relax your body, relax your thoughts, and enjoy this peaceful English story beside the sea. The beach was almost empty. Only a few distant lights glowed softly along the coastline. The moon reflected beautifully across the dark ocean. Soft waves rolled slowly onto the shore, wave after wave after wave. The sound felt endless, peaceful, comforting. A young man sat quietly near the water. Beside him rested a small lantern glowing with warm orange light. The sand still carried warmth from the day. A gentle tropical breeze moved softly through the palm trees behind him. Everything felt calm tonight, very calm. The young man looked toward the horizon. The ocean stretched endlessly into darkness. Beautiful, mysterious, peaceful. He slowly closed his eyes and listened carefully to the waves. Sometimes the ocean can calm the mind better than anything else. The sound of waves washes heavy thoughts away, little by little. Stress disappears. The man took a slow, deep breath. The salty ocean air smelled fresh and clean. The breeze felt soft against his skin. The world around him seemed slower tonight. Far away from the beach, small lights from the city shimmered quietly in the distance. But here, nothing felt rushed, nothing felt loud. Only the peaceful rhythm of the sea remained. The man leaned back gently against the sand. Above him, thousands of stars filled the night sky. The moon glowed softly above the ocean. Everything looked dreamlike beneath the silver moonlight. Wave after wave after wave. The sound continued endlessly beside him. The rhythm felt hypnotic, relaxing, natural. The man smiled softly. Modern life often moves too fast. People wake up stressed. They rush through their days. They spend hours looking at screens, thinking about problems, thinking about tomorrow. But the ocean only exists in the present moment. Every wave arrives slowly, then disappears peacefully. Again and again and again, patiently, naturally. The man listened carefully to the sound of water moving across the sand. The atmosphere felt deeply peaceful, the kind of peace people search for during vacations, during meditation, during quiet moments alone. The warm breeze continued moving softly through the palm trees. Far away, a boat light moved slowly across the dark water. Tiny reflections danced gently across the surface of the sea. Everything around him felt calm, safe, comfortable. The man slowly stood up and walked beside the shore. His footsteps disappeared softly into the wet sand behind him. The waves followed beside him gently. The beach looked beautiful beneath the moonlight. The night felt endless somehow, and that feeling felt comforting. There was nowhere else he needed to be tonight. No pressure, no stress, only this peaceful moment beside the ocean. The man stopped walking near a small wooden dock stretching quietly over the water. He sat there silently and listened carefully. The ocean continued moving beneath him, wave after wave after wave. The sound echoed softly through the darkness. The man realized something important. Peace is often simple, not expensive, not complicated. Sometimes peace sounds like ocean waves at night. Sometimes peace feels like warm wind beneath the stars. And sometimes peace comes from finally allowing yourself to slow down. The man looked toward the horizon again. The dark sea stretched endlessly into the night. The stars reflected softly across the water. Everything looked calm tonight. Very calm. The man slowly removed his shoes and touched the cool ocean water again. The feeling felt refreshing, comforting, natural. The tropical breeze became slightly cooler now. Palm trees moved slowly beneath the moonlight. The atmosphere felt soft and dreamlike. The man closed his eyes one more time. The sound of waves completely surrounded him now. Wave after wave after wave, little by little. His breathing became slower, calmer. His thoughts became lighter. The ocean quietly carried stress away into the darkness. The peaceful rhythm of the sea filled every corner of the night. Far away, the city lights looked small now, distant, quiet. The world felt simpler beside the ocean. The man smiled softly again. Sometimes people do not need more noise. Sometimes they only need silence, nature, and enough time to breathe deeply again. The ocean continued singing softly beside him. The moon glowed peacefully above the waves. The beach remained calm and empty beneath the stars. After some time, the man slowly walked farther down the beach. The sand felt cool beneath his feet now. The night air smelled fresh and peaceful. The sound of waves followed him everywhere, steady, gentle, relaxing. The man noticed a hammock hanging quietly between two palm trees near the shore. The fabric moved softly with the tropical breeze. He smiled quietly and walked toward it. The hammock looked peaceful beneath the moonlight. The man slowly laid down inside it. The gentle movement felt relaxing immediately. Above him, the palm leaves danced softly against the night sky. The stars continued glowing endlessly above the ocean. The hammock moved gently back and forth with the wind. The peaceful rhythm matched the sound of the waves perfectly. Wave after wave after wave. The man closed his eyes again. The ocean breeze touched his face softly. Everything around him felt calm, very calm. The sound of the waves blended with the moving palm trees and distant wind. The atmosphere felt deeply comforting, the kind of comfort that makes the body relax completely. The man breathed slowly, deeply, little by little. The heavy thoughts inside his mind disappeared. The ocean seemed to carry everything stressful far away into the darkness. The man listened carefully to the peaceful night around him. Somewhere far away, a bird called softly near the trees. Tiny waves continued reaching the shore endlessly. The moonlight reflected gently across the sea. Everything felt timeless, as if the world itself had slowed down for the night. The hammock continued moving gently beneath the stars. The man smiled softly. Moments like this remind people that peace still exists, not in busy schedules, not in endless work, but in quiet places, warm nights, ocean waves, and silence. The ocean continued breathing slowly beside him, wave after wave after wave. The peaceful sound filled the entire night, and little by little, the world became quieter and quieter and quieter. Now, take another slow, deep breath. Relax your body, relax your thoughts, and allow the peaceful sound of ocean waves to guide you into deep relaxation, peaceful sleep, and a calm night beside the sea. Good night.